Hey everyone, I'm doing this video to talk about pipe maintenance and the products that I use that I found to be the best over a period of 20 plus years of smoking a pipe and um, techniques that I've found to be superior. Let's get started with pipe cleaners. We all know what pipe cleaners look like, so I've not laid any out to show you. I recommend BJ Long pipe cleaners because they are simply the best you can get. And they've got another factor going for them that makes them real desirable, and that's price. You can get them on pipes and cigars for about $2-3 a pack of 100 for the normal cotton pipe cleaners. You can also get a pack of 80 bristled for about the same price, $2-3. There's also a company on eBay, Green Force Man, that sells them, and you can get two bundles of 100 for $6, and you can get two bundles of 80 of the bristled for again about the same price. Another advantage BJ Longs have over other pipe cleaners is they're the only pipe cleaner company that makes pipe cleaners in a 100-foot roll where you can cut it to the size you need if you have church warden pipes or nose warmer pipes that you can use a little smaller pipe cleaner on to clean the stems and the bowl out. So that's another benefit of them. So we'll go on to one of the products that I use. And this one definitely I will discuss advantages and disadvantages of. This is my reamer set made by Castleford. This one's roughly about $10, $15, $20 at the most. I do like this set. I do prefer this set over a senior reamer, which I do not have anymore. You got a T-handle here, and you've got different size cutting blades. This happens to be the smallest one. Snaps in there. Ream out. I got tobacco in this, but you just ream out your pipe. The drawback to these are they are very sharp. I have actually used these to take a smaller bowled pipe that reamers did not fit in and use the smallest reamer and ream out the bowl bigger. Took me about half hour, 45 minutes to do. So they are very sharp. You have to be very careful with them. If you're very inexperienced with reaming a pipe, I would advise go with a senior reamer or a British style butane reamer, which automatically adjusts to the size of the bowl. Because they're not as aggressive. So it's just something you have to be very careful with on that style reamer. Second product I want to talk about is It looks like I might need to replace this after many years. This product right here. This is a pipe stem deoxidizer and cleaner. And this is carnauba wax. This kit is available from Walker Briarworks for deoxidizing vulcanite and ebonite stems. I have found no better chemical, no better substance, no better process to do it uh, without short of having a buffer than this stuff. Real easy to use. You start out with your deoxidizer, soft cloth. I use old t-shirts, and you apply it to the stuff. Smells like car polish almost. You apply it to your stem. You let it set for 10 minutes and then take a clean cloth, buff it out, rinse it off under cold water, and dry it off, and then you apply the carnauba wax sealer to it. Done. 15-minute process. Walker Brothers do stand behind this product. I've had a ROP pipe that had an oxidized stem that I put it on. And every time I rinsed it off, it would oxidize right back up. I called Walkers and asked them what I was doing wrong. They did advise me that ROPs do have a very high sulfur content in their vulcanite stems, and they said, you know what, just send us the stem. You know, you won't have to pay return shipping or anything. Just send us the stem. We'll buff it out for free. So they do stand behind their product. The next two products that I use regularly and that I absolutely love is bowl wax. I use Paragon wax, and this is for Paragon wax is for smooth pipes. Here again, real simple to use. I use, again, old t-shirt that I cut up into rags. Apply it on, let it set 5 minutes, buff it out by hand. This is Halcyon 2 wax. This is made for rusticated and sandblasted pipes, etc. A little more liquidy. It don't harden up as much as the other one, so it buffs out a lot easier on rusticated pipes and don't stick into the grooves like the other one. Both great simple products to use, about $5-6 a bottle, and they will last you a long time. I've had both these bottles about 4 or 5 years. I've had these about the same amount of time, and the reason I'm saying I think I need to replace it is you can see the difference in color where it looks like the compound that was used is separating. This is relatively inexpensive. It's about $20 for both these, if that. Like I said, I just can't believe how much that smells like a new polish car wax cleaner. I've had both these jars here. I can't tell you uh, about how much exactly they were, but I've had them about 5 years, and I know the price hasn't changed on them. So if you're interested in this product, go to walkerbriarworks.com and get it. The Halcyon and Paragon wax. Pipes and Cigars did carry these for a while. I don't know if they still do. Check their website. I've got these off eBay. You just go on eBay and run Paragon or Halcyon 2 wax and their little search bar, and it'll bring it up. I think I paid $5 or $7 each for these. Relatively inexpensive. I've had these 2 bottles for 5 years. Now, the next thing I want to talk to you about is pipe retorting. Now, this is something I've used for about 3-4 years now. And what a pipe retort consists of. This is my personal kit. There's some people that use candles or chafing gel. Either one will work. I prefer to stay away from candles because of the temperature of the flame, and I'll explain why here in a bit. But this here is my little alcohol lamp. Then you have a little medicine syringe type deal. This is pretty important to have on my set. You have a piece of rubber hose, and then you have your retort tube itself. There are some guys out there that use test tubes with a rubber stop with a hole in it and a little piece of copper piping. Those work just as well as this, but this just happens to be my set. Retort cleaning of a pipe is not an everyday or a monthly maintenance thing. You should only retort a pipe once a year. Or if you get an estate pipe, or you sell a pipe to one of your buddies and you clean it up before sending it to them. So it's smokable right out of the box. Or if you have a pipe that has a ghost on it. And I will do an instructional video on retorting later. Retorting is not one of the safest processes you can use on a pipe. Professional pipe cleaners use it. It's not something you want to play around with. It's not something you want to experiment with. My particular set was designed by a chemist. This one does look more like a retort tube from a chemistry set. Principle behind it is you take your syringe full of alcohol, you fill up the little ball about a little over a quarter of the way full. Your rubber piece, well, I'm not going to fight with it to get it on, hooks onto the end of it like If you wet the tube, it slides on a lot easier. So work your rubber piece on your tube like that real well. You got your alcohol in it. Then the other end, simply you slip over your pipe. So you're going to be, I'm just going to hold it. So you'd be set up like that if that was slipped over your pipe. Then you take your heating source and heat the alcohol under the tube. Um, the reason I say this is nothing to experiment with is a lot of people have a notion that you shouldn't use rubbing alcohol to clean your pipes. There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And if you're opposed of using rubbing alcohol to clean your pipes in any way, do not retort them. Simple fact of the matter is, you put whiskey, you put 151 rum, vodka, Everclear, any substance like that, it has a higher boiling temp than rubbing alcohol. The evaporation rate is higher. And that's key here is the evaporation rate, because what happens is you're boiling that alcohol and it goes out of the tube here through the rubber piece in a vapor form into the pipe stem, where it cools back down and goes into a liquid state and is still hot. Then when you pull it off the fire, off the heat source, as it cools down, it creates a vacuum and it pulls that liquid back out, and it takes a lot of junk out with it. So if you want to use anything else besides 70 to 99 proof rubbing alcohol, this is not for you to do. You will build up too much pressure in your little tube. You will blow it up. You will set yourself on fire. You will set your house on fire. There are people that I know that I know personally that have tried retort with Everclear or other substances, and I've had that happen. This is a very deep, thorough cleaning, and it's only to be used as an occasional cleaning once a year. You know, if you get a estate pipe in, you want to make sure it's very clean. Anything else like that, I will do a video here shortly, probably within the next week or so, on how to retort a pipe, and I'll show you all you guys how that's done. If you're not opposed to using rubbing alcohol to clean your pipe, but you're scared to try it yourself, you're more than welcome to contact me. We can work something out for me to do it for you. I wouldn't charge a whole lot, because the biggest expense with it is time. It does take good 45 minutes to an hour to get a good retort and a good cleaning. Even after you go through the whole normal cleaning process of the pipe, I've done experiments with it, and I've done a salt treatment on a bowl. You will be amazed at how much gunk and how much tar is left after a salt treatment and a thorough cleaning of the stem. Even soaking it in Everclear overnight, that's left. That even, you know, regular alcohol would miss. that gets pulled out because of the vapor and the heat of the alcohol. It is really an amazing technique and tool to have in your arsenal for pipe maintenance, and it's definitely not for everybody to do if you do not want to follow the instructions. I cannot say this enough. Don't do it. People have been set on fire. People have had glass shot into their eyes. People have burned their eyes with when one of them explodes with the flame. This is not kid stuff. This is nothing to play with. With that said, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you've learned something today. I will see you guys again real soon. Stay smoky, my friends.